Hey guys, how's it going? So, you may be sitting here wondering, wow, he's finally back again after like 2.5 months of complete silence. Is this dumbass ever gonna get a consistent schedule? And my response to that is, that's an excellent question. I have no idea. I feel until I manage to get my own apartment, my own living quarters, it's going to be really all over the place. Doing this every single time, taking these months to make these long reviews is a hassle. So I decided to think about some other stuff I could do in between that is not nearly as taxing and much easier to do. And then, being the genius that I am, it hit me. Maybe, instead of talking about the games after they release, I could talk about them before they release. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, isn't it? So here's what I'm going to try and do for the next couple videos. I'm going to start talking about specific games that I particularly am very excited for. Like the games I'm definitely going to buy. I'm going to talk about the game, I'm going to talk about why I'm buying it, I'm going to drop some facts about that game and the studio, and hopefully by my own talking about it, I can maybe convince you guys to go and play it. So the first game we're going to talk about today in this sort of why am I buying series that I'm trying to start is a game that I guarantee is going under every single person's radar, and shame on you for it, because Amnesia the Bunker really has the potential to be one of the best horror games of 2023 easily. So Amnesia the Bunker is the next survival horror game from the goated studio that is Frictional Games. Now, I love frictional games. I loved Amnesia The Dark Descent, one of the best horror games of all time. I love the Amnesia Rebirth, a fantastic follow-up. I fucking adored Soma, a terrifying game, not necessarily because of the jump scares, but more just the ideas that it brings up. It is a game that genuinely disturbs me, and I never played A Machine for Pigs, and I definitely don't plan to. But those three games alone make Frictional a absolutely goated studio. So I, for one, am very excited to check out Amnesia the Bunker, but it's not just because of the pedigree of Frictional Games. It's also because what they're doing with Amnesia the Bunker is significantly different than anything they've ever done before. Now, the setting for Amnesia the Bunker isn't anything crazy. It's set in World War I, which is pretty cool, and you control a character named Henry Clement. You find your way in an underground bunker that has a monster in it, and you have to try to avoid the monster and make it out alive. Nothing absolutely crazy, but what's interesting about it is the actual bunker itself. So unlike other Amnesia games that were very story focused and so very linear, Amnesia the Bunker seems like almost a pivotal point in the history of Amnesia. Amnesia the Bunker is described as a semi-open world. A semi-open world that gives players freedom to explore and approach their objectives in several different ways. Now, the semi-open world is also randomized, which I adore. What that means is all the playthroughs between several different players are going to end up different. The codes for certain chests are going to be different. The ways to get certain items are going to get different. How many times you encounter the monster and how you can fend it off. All going to be different, which is great. There is no set way to do one thing Amnesia the Bunker. At least from what I'm picking up. It seems like Amnesia the Bunker is giving you more player freedom than any previous Amnesia game has before. Yeah, part of me is gonna miss the overall story of Amnesia, because Amnesia The Dark Descent and Rebirth both had really great stories, so that aspect will definitely be missed, because it seems like the story is kind of taking a bit of a back seat in terms of the actual gameplay. It seems to be trading the story for more player interaction and player experience, which I can appreciate, but it's still gonna be missed. Now, the devs themselves have come out saying that this game will not be easy, which, yeah, none of the Amnesia games were necessarily easy, but what makes this much harder is that since everything is going to be pre-generated, so no playthrough is going to be the same, It's gonna add a new level of critical thinking and difficulty that I don't think we've ever seen in an Amnesia game. I appreciate difficulty, so that has me excited. On the plus side though, these guys also added difficulties, which is also nice, a little accessibility for all the other players out there. You got easy, you got normal, you got hard, and then eventually they even said that they'll be updating it to have a super hard mode and then give a custom mode. So you can actually adjust how often you get the monster, how often you find materials, and all that good stuff. So I can always appreciate some accessibility. I didn't even mention all the quality little changes that they're adding to this game. Like, my God, you get a freaking revolver. From what I've seen in the previews and the reviews, that revolver is going to be the perfect puzzle piece. They make it very, very clear that bullets are very, very difficult to find. Almost to the point of non-existent. So I think that adds an extra layer of fear above all this. You know you have something to defend yourself with, but do you use it on the monster? Or do you potentially use it to get past a trap that could hold a very valuable item? See, that's where the player differences come, the player experience. What I might do is different from what everyone does. And the fact that an Amnesia game is offering something like this just has me so ready. To wrap it all up, I can sum up the reason why I'm excited for Amnesia the Bunker in one word: replayability. As fantastic as Amnesia the Dark Descent, as Amnesia Rebirth, and Soma are, and as many times as I have gone back and replayed them, I recognize that for the average player, these are the type of games that are more one and done. You play them, you have a good time, and then you never pick them up again. Amnesia the Bunker seems like the game Frictional Games has needed for a long time. A game that truly encourages that level of critical thinking, player experience, and replayability. If Frictional Games is really living up to the promise that this game is going to be auto-generated, and so my choices and your choices and their choices and his choices and her choices are all gonna be different, then honestly, Frictional Games may have something very special on their hands. And that, my friends, is why I'm very excited for Amnesia the Bunker. And you should too, honestly. Please play Amnesia the Bunker. You know what? Play the other Amnesia games too. And play Soma while you're at it too. All of them. Fantastic. I enjoyed this. I know this was kind of a little rough, just something I was trying, but if you watched it, hey, appreciate it. If I do another one of these, which I probably will, I already know what game I'm gonna talk about. Yeah, you know, it ends with an F, ends with a 16, and has an F in the middle. So I'll definitely be looking into doing that one next. But hey, drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. If you have any recommendations on how I can improve, please let me know. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.